This one here, I don't know if we can get in there or not, but 6-cylinder that was in the truck obviously gave up the ghost, so they decided to go all out, and we found them a really nice, healthy used LS motor. So we've got that in. The guys are working on all the harnesses laid out here. Brad just finished. You can just see the exhaust ports are sticking out there. He just finished the exhaust up. New drive shafts in it. So we're just sort of going over everything on it now. We don't usually do these, but like if we do it, everything's brand new, so this is a little bit different for us. But we were pretty confident about the motor, and we've got to make up some steering, obviously because of the old style stuff, different linkages for the steering. Should sound pretty snarky with the dual pipes. And these are a great bunch of guys. They do beautiful work on the signs. Motive Media is out of Bolton, Ontario. And they did those beautiful signs out front of the building for us. And he's obviously a bit of a car guy too, so he's got a couple other projects of his own on the go.
How's this engine?
It's going all right. I got it running and ran into a little bit of a snag. It runs decent, but it had a misfire. And the more I got into it, the more I realized it wasn't just a misfire. It was one whole bank of cylinders not firing. So it ran surprisingly good running on 4 cylinders, honestly. That's why I didn't really pick up on it at first. I thought it maybe had 1 cylinder. I put a coil, because it did have 1 coil that wasn't firing, so I put a coil on, it got better, but it was still off. One whole bank of injectors wasn't contributing, and I couldn't tell if it was spark or fuel or whatever. So on the phone with Phytech, on the phone with these people, this, that, you know, trying to come down to it anyway. I've narrowed it down that electronically it's fine. It's doing everything it's supposed to do. It's pulsing the injectors, or at least it's sending signal to pulse the injectors. Believe it or not, we have 4 bad injectors all on 1 bank of cylinders. Now, that whole passenger side is not firing. Like I said to Mike yesterday, like, there's no way it's 4 bad injectors. 1, sure. 2, maybe. 4, not a chance. I put power and ground to them, and nobody home. So it's good to come up with an answer, but it was like 2 or 3 days of just, what is going on? What did I do? What did I do? Right? You know what I mean? Automatically go back to where you were. But yeah, so anyway, we'll order a set of injectors for it. Now we can keep on trucking. I had a different set of injectors on order. Well, I ordered a different set of injectors. But they're a little bit shorter. They're like an LS3 style, so a little bit more modern, and they're a little bit shorter than the truck injector. So then I ordered adapters that take up the distance when you put them into the rail. But they didn't show up, and the customer is chomping at the bit for the truck. So I took a set of injectors out of my truck out back and put them in to get them going. Things you do for the love of the game, right?
Hey Matthew, I just got to run up Bayfield Street. Who was that guy?
As soon as our buddy Mike's done here, go for a little tour. Clean.
Just working on a little cover plate for the panel truck. We put an LS in it, and it's hitting the coils. We had to section that area out where the engine cover goes on the inside of the cabin, and this should go in place. Put some riv nuts in there, and should be better than what they had in there. All right, so we got the LS crammed all in there, and this is the doghouse that was hitting the coil packs, so in theory everything should fit now. They had a V6 in here before and it was kind of just slapped together, so the sealant that they had in there was never really that great anyways, so we'll make it better than what it was. But the car shows today and customer's on his way, so I'll do what I can with the time I have. Bam, bam. Shove this up there. And then this, if you come over the other side, you'll see where this has got to go. Kind of hard to see, but up in there, you see all the coil packs. So they were hitting that doghouse. And now this cover plate should, in theory, go right in like that. Put a couple riv nuts in, some sealant, and it can be removable and should keep all the gases inside of the cabin. Gotta paint that silver, find some hardware, all that a job well done. So, customer's on his way, we got no time to wait. Paint's still tacky. Let's get it in there. We're not gonna add the sealant on there right now. Customer's coming back, so we'll just get it in place for today and do a top-notch job when he comes back for everything else. Right. That's all I think. Maybe I'll get your opinion, make sure you can still hit the gas pedal maybe too. Then I'll try it out.
Good for me, man. It's yeah, that's sick. If anything, you can just lay your foot up against it. It's like
Enough clearance?
yeah. That's awesome.
My name's Randy Shepard. This is our 1980 Grumman that had a sad little straight six in it before. And now it's got a LQ4 LS base motor, and pretty excited to take it for a first trip. We saw it online or in our local town, and it was something that I liked for our business, Motive Media Fleet Graphics. I thought it'd be a great installation vehicle the crews can take out to site and carry all their tools, and it was in really good shape, fully restored by the guy before us, and then unfortunately the motor went on it, and then reached out to Gary, did some signs for him up front, and here we are with LS Grumman now. LS swapped the world, man. you gotta if you're doing a swap, there's no other platform to use besides the LS swap, in my opinion. I have a Jeep with an LS in it. I also race. All the cars are LS based motors. It's a great platform. It's the new SBC, right? It's a reliable aftermarket support. Lots of power in stock form and easily to get up even to more power if you need it. Yeah, when we got it, we had to do a little bit of frame patching on it. But other than that, like, didn't need anything for safety. It's been sitting a couple years now, but now it's I'm excited. It's been a long process to get this back, and I'm excited to ride. I used to drive this thing with the straight six like every day. It was my daily. It was just so fun and different, right? And you don't see too many of the Grumman Curbmaster Juniors around anymore, right? So yeah, it was a good deal.
First try, this is exciting.
power than before. When we bought it, I drove it pretty much whenever I could, right? So it was a fun vehicle to drive. It's different. A lot of people that get head turns, and I'm kind of a car guy, so this is something you don't see every day, and it was really fun to drive, and I drove it as often as I could, right? So, and then when the engine went on it, just the timing was perfect with Radical Restorations. We did a bit of a swap deal for the signs, and it was perfect. So it's been a long process, but I think well worth it after feeling the results from this. So sounds good too. So when I first got it, there's a trophy down there on the dash. When I first got it, I took it to a car show the very first weekend I had it. I don't even think I had it plated and insured properly, but I won best work truck at the Silver Willow Classic a couple years ago. I think 2018 or 2019. And shortly after that, the engine went, and then we started the process of the LS swap with Radical Restorations. Yeah, that was a good shakedown run for sure, I think so. And the best part, I'm a Jeep guy too, right? So it's almost like having the doors off on the Jeep. So yeah, I am happy. It's been a long time, and it's been worth it. So. Have you guys tried the horn yet?
But I've never seen them there.
Yeah.
Is that the loudest that they go, or?